The Frozen North, the name given to the stark and unforgiving frontier that lies beyond the high moor of Faerun. A bleak wilderness where barbarian clans and tribes of giants roam the land and fierce dragons rule the skies. But amidst the frozen savagery stands a bastion of civilization, the city of Neverwinter, jewel of the north. Behind the city's high walls, those both hardy and brave carve out an existence from this bleak land under the guidance and protection of the legendary hero, Lord Nasher Alagonda. Yet there are some things that all the courage in the world cannot stand against. A virulent plague swept the city, a terrible affliction that began in the beggar's nest. Soon, all of Neverwinter would feel the touch of the Wailing Death. The disease could not be cured. Panic ensued. The streets erupted into violence. The jewel of the North was brought to its knees. To save Neverwinter, Lady Aribeth de Tilmarand, Paladin of Tyr, and Lord Nasher's right hand put forth the call for a champion. A rush of would-be heroes answered her call, some drawn by promises of grandeur and glory, others by the lure of gold. Those with the greatest potential were initiated into the academy to train and study under the greatest minds of Neverwinter, all in the hopes a champion might emerge to save the city from the Wailing Death, and whatever sinister force might be behind it.
Now, who in their right mind would ever think that just holding some sort of academy to become an adventurer would actually ever work? But then again, here we are. Oh, I got a chest right here with a club. I'm taking that club. It's going to be my new best friend. In fact, you know what I'm going to do with this club? I'm not going to talk to this guy, that's for sure. I'm actually going to equip my club. And look. So, you get to pick out your commoner's outfit, right? But they give you leather armor to start with. Look at that. Still got my hat, too. This is going to be something we're going to get rid of right away. Now, do I want the short sword of the club? This is like, what, a D4? A D6. Okay, so just bludgeoning damage versus piercing damage. If I'm not mistaken. Okay. So... this is Mathis. Say hello, everybody. This is Mathis Faed. And, oh my gosh, the cursor thing is gonna, like, annoy me to no end. Did I get to choose my skills? I don't think I did. Did I even get to choose my feats? I did not get to choose my feats. Be nice if they actually told me what these... okay, there we go. I would like to check something real quick. Okay. We have a new map. No, I'm just kidding. It's so apparently there were tabs that you could have gone through, and I didn't bother to click on any of the tabs because they were so well hidden. I failed my perception roll. So there we go. Let me show you real quick. So in terms of skills, we have taken quite a bit. Things that I personally got include I got disable trap. Great because, you know, there's going to be lots of traps, especially in the first area that we get to go to. Hide is a must, especially for sneak attack and kind of scouting ahead. Same thing with move silently, and I kind of really like that old D&D kind of separates move silently and hide. But I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense. Hiding is visual, move silently is an auditory thing. But I mean, now in 5th edition, they just kind of crumpled all of that into one, which is, I don't know, I just don't really agree with. Despite me having charisma -1 or a charisma of 8, I did take some persuade because there are some options where we can persuade people, and so that would also be really good. Search and tumble, yeah, it's good against attacks of opportunity. We can move past enemies and stuff, so it basically allows us to avoid attacks of opportunity and use magic devices. And I still have 12 points saved up. So in terms of feats, because I'm human, I get an extra feat. I chose to grab power attack, which is going to be mighty fine for dealing damage, but also cleave for when we're surrounded. Once we kill an enemy, we actually do we get to make a free attack against another adjacent enemy, so to speak. And so that will be really, really good for us in clearing out mobs that are surrounding us. Because if you've not played Neverwinter Nights, we get one companion, and that's it. And that can be like really, I mean, I'm used to games where you get like 2 at the most, and now you're like stuck with 1. If you are like a sorcerer or a wizard, you could have a familiar, but we're not, so there's that. All right, talk to me, bruh.
Finally, you're up. I was afraid you were going to sleep all day. I guess the instructors work you pretty hard here at the academy.
And I'm gonna stop talking to you because I just realized my volume is all the way down. Can I please just drag this? Drag it. Drag it. Sound effects. 100%. That's why I was looking over at my mixer over there, and it's like nothing, hardly anything coming out of the
Finally, you're up.
audio.
I was afraid you were going to sleep all day. I guess the instructors work you pretty hard here at the academy.
Well, I was gonna sleep all day, but then, you know, there's hardly any darkness. Everything is torches.
My name's Pavel. I'm one of the new recruits. I just arrived here at the academy this morning.
Oh, you don't even want to say my name, huh? Well, yes, I am Mathis Faed. Is it true what they say about you? That Lady Aribeth herself ordered the academy to send you an invitation to come here for training. I've never heard of anyone being invited to train at the academy before. Usually people are begging to get in. It must be a great honor for you. Well, when you have as much talent and skill as I do, you get used to these kind of honors. You're pretty full of yourself. Hope you have the skills to back up that confidence. But for some of us, things don't come that easy. Well, yes, I still have 12 more skills to learn, in fact. My brother Bim and I were working on one of the nearby farms outside the city when we heard Lady Aribeth had put out a call for heroes to come to the aid of Neverwinter. We knew the city was suffering, but we didn't realize how bad things were until we got here. We arrived just before they sealed the gates and quarantined the city. Thank the gods I got accepted into the academy. I wouldn't want to be out there on the streets with the plague, not with the city guards barely able to keep order anymore. I'm not really interested in chatting with you, to be honest. Yeah, I guess you want to get on with your training. Well, good luck, Mathis. Who knows? Maybe the next time we meet, those rumors of a cure for the Wailing Death will turn out to be true. Don't forget to say hi to my twin brother Bim over there by the door on your way out. Yeah, we'll talk to Bim. Biff and Bim over here.
I saw you talking to my brother Pavel. My name is Bim. If you want, I can give you a short tutorial on adventuring.
I am not interested. I know everything. Suit yourself. You should go through this door and speak to Olgerd, then. He'll get you set up with all the equipment you need to finish your training here at the academy. Oh, thank you. Speaking of which, I need to equip my leather armor for this 15 AC. And also equip this club, because it's mine. Although I do like the slashing stuff. Oh yeah, look at that. WASD keys instead of the click. I could rather click. Oh my gosh, is there something like wrong with... Oh boy. It almost feels like there's something really wrong. Nah, we're good. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Just making sure. Because on my screen, there's some weird things going on in the background. Like little wavy lines. Okay, whatever. Olger! Well, why not? The city guard are already having enough trouble maintaining control as it is. Plague bodies piled a dozen deep in the gutters. The wailing death running unchecked through the districts. Horrible, I say. But you've heard all this before, I'm sure. Here, I've got some equipment for you. A rogue like you might find it handy in completing your training. Now, if you're ready, I'll give you a tutorial on how to access your inventory. I already know how to work my inventory, thank you. Well then, I guess we don't need to go over it, do we?
This might be time to teach you how to use the stores in the game. I have some items here you might want to purchase. Since you're part of the academy, I'll get a special discount rate.
Okay, I was wondering why his voice was so quiet. I don't need a tutorial right now. I know everything. Thank you. Okay. I definitely don't want to buy anything, but you can buy any of the outfits that you didn't start with. Also buy some armor if you want, but we only have 100 gold pieces, and Mathis is a greedy bastard, so he's gonna keep that all. I heard a door opening somewhere, and also probably gonna turn down the volume. At least so it's a little bit underneath the voices. There we go. Where was that door? There we go. There's the map. Always gotta have your map. Just like a towel. What are you gonna teach me, Berna?
Hey there. You're one of the students here at the academy, aren't you?
I'm Berna, an instructor here at the academy. If you like, I can give you a quick tutorial. Goodbye. If you're gonna start throwing the T word around, I'm just gonna leave. Because I know everything. Boop, boop, boop.
About time you showed up, recruit. My name is Herben. As far as your work is concerned, you could just call me sir.
It's my job to teach you raw recruits some tips on combat techniques so you maggots don't get gutted out there in the real world. Well, recruit, don't just stand there with that dopey expression on your face. What's it going to be? Are you ready to begin your combat training? Or aren't you? What's with all this shouting? Is this supposed to inspire me or something? You addressed me as sir when you open your mouth, maggot. If this plague hadn't made us so desperate for recruits, I'd boot your worthless ass out of here with that type of attitude. But I'm stuck with you, and I don't have time to break your spirit and teach you proper respect and discipline. We don't have to like each other, but you will listen to what I have to say. This information might save your life sometime, recruit, so listen up. Whenever you want to use a feat or special attack on an enemy, right-click on your opponent to bring up the menu. Then left-click on the special attack icon on the lower right corner of the menu. This opens up a second menu with any feats or special attacks you might have. Just left-click on the attacks or feats you want to use. Oh, yada yada yada, get it over already. You got a real attitude problem, boy. But your smart math isn't going to be my problem much longer. So listen up, and let's get this lesson over with. On the special attacks menu, you will also see the parry icon located at the very top of the 12 o'clock position. Left click on this icon whenever you want to enter parry mode. When parrying, you do not attack, but you are able to make an opposed check to deflect or dodge any incoming attacks that would otherwise hit you. Each round, you can parry one successful enemy attack for each attack you would normally get. If your roll succeeds by 10 or greater, you will make a free counter attack at no penalty. To return to normal combat mode, simply left click on your foe. Have you got that figured out, recruit? Can we move on to the next lesson? Yeah. I've got it. No need to shout and holler. If I don't shout, recruit, it might not get through that thick layer of dung covering your brain. Now listen up for the next lesson. Your weapon isn't just for killing, recruit. Sometimes it has other uses, like opening a chest or locked door. If you find a lock you can't get past, right-click on the door or chest, then select the bash icon from the menu. You can even do this with missile weapons. The stronger you are, the easier it is to bash open a lock. Just remember that not all locks can be opened by force. Are we clear on that? I got it. Let's move this show along. When a giant is ripping your lips off from talking back, recruit, just remember that somewhere I'll be smiling. Now, quit goofing off and stay sharp. You aren't really a fighter type, so you aren't required to participate in combat drills. They are open to anyone, however, and if you pass the combat test, it will complete your basic training. But I'd recommend you go study under your specialized trainer instead. I think I'll pass. I figured as much. You're not a warrior. Go test your skills on one of the other tests and trials here at the academy. You're dismissed, recruit. Yes, thank you. I think I will go. So much talking. I think this is where we need to go. Or is this... Nah, this is Jaru.
Hey there. Welcome to my little corner of the academy. I'm Jaru, resident master of the arcane. It's more a ceremonial title than anything else. I'm really just your run-of-the-mill wizard.
Look, Mathis, I'm not trying to be rude, but are you sure you're in the right place? My expertise is in the mage and sorcerer spells, and you can't cast either type. Goodbye. And, okay, so this is all specifically for spellcasting. Look at that big giant book with a bookmark. It's like my City of Mist book that I have right here on my bed. Ugh. No, we gotta find our thief trainer first. Who could be in here? Yes.
Hi there, my name's Kenna, head of security, espionage, and intrigue here at the Academy. No need to tell me who you are. My sources are way ahead of you.
My goodness, you're like half of my bye-bye. Forgot. You're like half my height. How can you even hold that little dagger? Now, I know you're not one of those prissy types who frowns on a little sneaky skullduggery. I mean, that's why you're here, ain't it? To learn the ins and outs of the rogue's life? Well, don't worry. You've come to the best. I know all the tricks of the trade, and I'm going to teach them to you. Consider this a final tutorial before you tackle the Academy's final challenge. Everything you wanted to know about rogues, but were afraid to ask. Ready? I don't need your tutorial. Let's just jump into the challenge. Well, you wouldn't be the first to skip the tutorial and jump right into the action. And I see you're chomping at the bit to get this done. Hey, relax. There's nothing to it. All you have to do is bring me the key from inside that chest on the east wall. Of course, it's locked, and the key's inside, so you have to pick the lock. Or you can bring me the key from the chest behind the door in the north wall of this room. The chest isn't locked, but you'll have to find and disarm the trap on the door before you can get inside. Or you can bring me the key held by my rather dense assistant Bruno, standing over there in the corner. Don't hurt him, mind you. You could try to pick his pocket, or if you're a real sweet talker, you might be able to persuade him to hand it over to you. The choice is yours. The lock, the trap, or Bruno. Bring me any one of those keys and you pass the test. Bruno looks a little bit too big for me. So why don't I go ahead and pick this lock? Is this just gonna keep walking ever so slowly? And what is... I should probably learn what the quick save is. What is quick save? This is moving. I need... It's G! I remembered it wasn't like F5 or something like that. So G. Alright. Here we go. Let us open up this lock. Yes, I would like to pick the lock. Picking the lock. And we got ourselves a skull key, the rogue's key. Alright. Alright, little half person. I have unlocked the chest for you.
Got the key on you. Well done. Let me be the first to congratulate you. Your work here at the academy is all but done.
Ah, very nice, very nice. Now I can actually go. As a reward for completing your training, let me give you this gift. After all, what's the point of doing something if you don't get a reward in the end, right? Now, unless there was something else you needed, you had better get down to the South Assembly Hall if you want to get that blessing from Lady Aribeth. Alright, goodbye, little person. And let's see. That will be, whoops, that will be located at this big giant door. And, whoops, did I not? Oh, it's probably this right here. My bad.
Now that you've finished your training, you can go on into the South Assembly Hall if you want. Lady Aribeth is still granting blessings to all the Academy graduates.
Thank you. I will be going now. And this is where I shall. Because things might happen. You never know.
Congratulations. Your training here at the Academy is now complete. May the blessing of Tyr be upon you. I have been looking forward to meeting you. The instructors here at the Academy speak very highly of your skills. I am Lady Aribeth de Tilmarand. Perhaps after the graduation ceremonies, we can speak in private. Neverwinter can use someone like you. We should arrange to... Wait, what was that? Did you feel it? Brace yourself, we are under attack.
What? I didn't feel anything. Are you crazy? Oh look, somebody appeared over there. And over there. And over there. And behind you. Somebody should really take care of that. But it probably will not be me. Oh, I guess we'll attack this unknown mage. Okay, oh well. Sneak attack! You dead? No, he's near dead though. And we almost... Wow. Yeah, bruh. You should really learn how to play a mage. You never cast in melee range. Oh, let's attack this guy. Whoa! That lady got annihilated. Let's attack. Oh. She double poked him. And I totally missed that attack of opportunity. Yes, Lady Aribeth, come and save me. Would you believe it if I told you that I've actually died in this part before? Due to some weird shenanigans. Not on this playthrough. A long time ago. Before Enhanced Edition.
I must speak with you.
Yes, you must speak with me. I get that.
Listen to me. There is not much time. I fear this is no random attack we have suffered.
Why does everybody here always yell?
As you may already know, a number of creatures were brought from Waterdeep here to the Academy. It was believed the reagents for a spell to create a cure could be extracted from them.
We tried to keep this information secret, but this attack reveals our secret is well known, even to our enemies.
Well, everyone at the Academy seemed to know about the Waterdevian creatures.
Rumors spread more quickly than the plague itself, or so it would seem. But what is done cannot be undone. We must focus on the task at hand.
Neverwinter has many enemies. Some declare themselves openly, such as the city of Luskan. Others keep their identities hidden from us, striking from the shadows. I do not know who is behind this attack, but it is obvious they are here to destroy our hope of ending the Wailing Death. You must protect the Waterdevian creatures. They must not be allowed to fall into the enemy's hands.
Wait a minute. You're not coming with me.
I would take you to the creatures myself if I could, but I fear my presence would make protecting the creatures more difficult, if not impossible.
Our attackers appeared here in this room. It is likely their arrival was magically centered on me. They must have assumed I would be with the Waterdevian creatures. Even now, our enemy may be watching me through magical means, hoping I will lead them right to where the creatures are kept. I cannot take that risk. You must do this alone. Go back through the hallway leading to this room and take the corridor to the east. It leads to the chambers where the Waterdevian beasts are being kept.
And why should I listen to you?
The lives of thousands of innocent people hang in the balance. If the creatures are lost, a cure for the Wailing Death will be lost with them. But if that is not enough to garner your loyalty, know that you will be greatly rewarded if you manage to save the Waterdevian creatures.
I'll do it, but the reward better be worth the trouble.
Take this key. It will open the locked east door back in the hallway leading to this room. I will stay here. Hopefully my presence will draw the enemy away from the creatures they seek. Hurry! Make your way into the hall, and then to the chambers down the east corridor. That is where the Waterdevian beasts are kept.
Ouch. I think you ruptured one of my eardrums with your yelling.
The fate of Neverwinter depends on you. This key will open the door. May Tyr be with you.
And that is where we will leave it. In the next episode, we will definitely escape this keep. But for now, that will do it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to leave a comment down below. Check the description for my Facebook and Twitter information. And while you're at it, give this video a huge thumbs up to support the series. And I will see you in the next video.